that to like on a town basis. I think it's fair. He wasn't targeting any of you with it, so no one had to make saving throws. So, but yeah, that's the plan.
So
She looks at you, Alexander. I think you'll like the messenger.
What does that mean?
From anyone else, I would believe it. But the way that you're saying it, I feel like I absolutely won't like the messenger.
That's so cutting and mean. I can't believe you don't believe me.
Her voice?
If you tell me who the messenger will be, maybe I'll apologize.
No.
Then I know.
There you have it, folks.
Fine.
Could you tell everyone but him?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Ooh. Uses the message cantrip. Who is it?
I'll add Amber. In the mom. You're gonna do what? My bad. It's the.
Yeah, the.
Apparently, only Southerners do. I want to start doing it though. Decide roles influence over Amber, aka Persuasion.
I said
You assist.
I cancel his assistance by suggesting this whole situation.
You can't.
No, hear me out. Do some bullshit. It'd be great.
She does have advantage. Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy. But Amber can still fail that. It's like a charisma save or something like that. So
she rolled bad. She rolled so bad. Fine,
Mom.
Fine.
Leave her alone.
She holds up her hands placatively, looking at it, because like, fine. It's Cade.
Oh, okay. I would like that, in fact.
Oh, wow. It's as if you should have believed me from the start.
Maybe you told the truth, Bo.
She, like,
more
bites her tongue and, like, grunts, like, She turns away, like looking at Chapter Fabian, and, like, takes a deep breath. You guys can see her shoulders lift as she breathes in.
It also doesn't help that you definitely was setting that up as if it was some malicious intent. It definitely seemed like he wasn't gonna like the person.
Shut up.
All that aside, well done. Bring Varric into the fold like that. Conspiring with Fabian here. In our favor, at least.
It was his idea. She points at Fabian. In truth, I don't think the conspiracy starts with me.
Oh, whoever's idea this was. Amber, thank you for your part in it. I think this is exactly what we needed.
I second that. Good work.
Amber sidles next to Chaplain Fabian and whispers behind like the back of her hand. Who do you think it started with? Bellamy. Oh, that makes sense.
You know that you know that thing that cats do with their hairs rise up?
Yep.
Their hackles.
Yeah.
He spots that on you, Silas. Make no mistake, Silas. This is not my machination. I was requested by good Chaplain Bellamy to go on to town and survey it, observe it. The town where the creature saw me. Like,
So
Sass is just staring, like, I'm processing the information and I'm angry. I'm inky.
I'm mad because I am inky.
it's like, if you guys were like that politically paranoid about it, it's like, send Fabian into town, knowing Whisk will take Fabian's form and try to get one up on you, and then Fabian will get mad because Bellamy knows what he's like, and then Fabian is now honorably obligated to help you, which means thusly, like a cat's paw, Bellamy is helping you. In like this like 7-layer scheme.
Sass can't decide whether or not he would they would do that, or if it's just bullshittery.
That's the
Either
thing.
way, it's bullshittery.
A multi-phase session. That could all just be a fucking bluff. You never know.
Sass is just literally, I don't know what's going on and I don't like it.
It's
tricked
without
me.
an
Welcome to my life.
insight roll needed. That's what Fabian is thinking happened. As the aforementioned cat's paw in the equation.
As the person with the most experience in this bullshittery, he believes that's the bullshittery that is happening.
The bullshitter that's politics, or the bullshitter that's Bellamy.
Yep.
Yes.
Indeed. Good to know. But yeah, the writ will get to you guys probably tomorrow.
Morning?
Tomorrow morning. Cade will have to pop some teleportations and ride long and hard, but you can make it out here.
I can make a circle. I can make a circle from the twins.
I'm so glad you
Actually,
bought some
that
chalk and
actually-
made a circle. Good job.
That actually would be the fastest way.
I can make a circle. As
Then
long as
that's
you
what
can get
happened.
to Lord Trayern. Nice.
Well, I mean, you guys made it to the House of Lords from Lord Trayern, so he would take the back trip there, and then from Lord Trayern's use Lord Trayern's teleportation circle teleport to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You guys would just have to coordinate it a bit, but it's not that hard.
We're gonna have legal backaid.
Whoa!
Yep. So, I guess begin planning what you guys want to do in town.
Fucking hell, that's a good question.
I go to the tavern and get shit-faced.
There's only one in town, so they'll know where to find you.
Why does alcohol taste funny? Dies.
So, the evening is your guys's. If not, then you guys can catch a long rest. I'll be wrapping up shortly, but unless you guys have anything, the wee hours of the night.
Yeah, just a small thing. Sajar is gonna. He's on his way to Isadora. He swings by Delva and just says, "I like the new kit. Looks good on you."
Thanks. I made it myself.
Hey.
Well, I mean, he did. You helped, but it's like fucking co-writing a research paper or something. No, neither of us did any majority of it. It was paired perfectly down the middle.
I was not
Give
saying I
him
made it
like a-
by myself.
I give him a fist bump, an approving nod, and continue.
Yeah, you make your way over to Isadora, who's in the midst of talking with Iverson. Basically, just they're just shooting the shits from the sound of it. Like they talk about where they've traveled, because all of you are pretty well-traveled people, being mythical chasers, a chaser of the chaser, and slash very well-traveled merchant or warrior, I guess, merchant warrior, and then bounty hunter.
Nice.
She gestured you to sit down at one of the nearby logs that you guys were using as benches near the fire. Iverson was just telling me about one of his more contested hunts. It all worked out fine in the end, and made some new friends along the way. So, can't complain. And
Sounds
I
like
gotta
a good adventure.
It is. Made some friends along the way. What's the joke? The real friends we made or the real treasures are the friends we made along the way, or something like that. That's partially true. I have to disagree on that, but fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion, man. Gotta say, all of this, and he gestures around the compound with an encircling finger just pointed up, whew. Well, this was not what I was expecting when I rolled into town some weeks back. Doubly so on the monster. God, that thing's visage just could be burned in my mind for eternity.
I can understand the sentiment. Absolutely.
I thought I was nasty. But sounds like we got a good lead. Got some trails to follow. Avenues going forward.
And perhaps some leeway come tomorrow morning.
You quirks an eyebrow at that? What do you mean?
I believe the layman term is political shenanigans.
That healed of a hand, that's all I need to hear. As long as the politics work in our favor, right?
Yes.
Most important part. Well, it's good. No offense to you guys' compound, it's pretty awesome. But I miss sleeping in a bed. With readily available food and snacks and things like that nearby.
I second. I second that motion.
There is one thing I'm wondering though.
Yes.
Nothing to solve tonight, but the farmer's market. That trance everyone falls into, as Yarnoff put it. What do we gotta do about that?
That is a very good question.
I got tapped into plenty by those lot. It points out like Violet and Tolas and Delvin and them. And I think they made some headways with it. Don't know how much, but it sounds like they came to a halt.
Yeah, I'm hoping that whoever the unconscious... Well, I guess we do know who it is. I hope whatever Richter can tell us shed some light on that.
He nods. Agreed. I mean, they're already doing some stuff to him. Maybe they can go tap him for some of his blood. I
Maybe.
don't know if that would be wise for someone that is so ragged. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ugh. Alright. Good chatting with you, ma'am. Nods at Isidore. And to you, Sajar. I'm returning for the night.
Likewise, have a good sleep.
Turn in. Isadora does stay up. She's not meditating, but she just says she has some things to think about.
I scooch on over closer to her, sit next to her, just sweep an arm around her waist, lean her on my shoulder.
She leans on you. You know, I was wondering, at what point do I call it? I want to get back on my own mission. But, to be honest, all these things you're doing, it's making my heart ache to leave you with all of it. Don't worry, I saved myself on the good company you keep, but there's also some part of me that looks back on myself, wondering if I'm ready to go back, if I'll ever be ready to go back on my own. Things are perilous these days.
Maybe it's naive to hope, but I do believe that our paths will eventually align and become the same path, and I take some solace in that. Obviously, if you need to leave, I would never hold you back, against your will. I will miss you every minute.
She smirks. For all we know, our paths are already enjoined. She looks up at you. Have you thought about that?
I was secretly hoping from the beginning.
She giggles to herself and sits a bit more upright. And that's what I'm wondering this evening. The path. We've gone down it now. I don't know if or how often we will go back onto it. Or if that's even necessary to go deeper. There's still so many questions, and I'm not so willing this time to jump into it.
Well, if you did, I'd jump right in after you.
She smiles brightly and looks at you. I do and don't want that. I would welcome the company, but I can't deny that it was you being away from me that allowed me to get to the end.
Yeah. When I'm with you, I know that I will always want to lean on you to find comfort in your strength, in your
And I know I can
talents.
Charmer. And I know I can fall back on you. An anchor, support. Always someone there to catch me.
And I do understand as well that as long as you have that safety, there is a degree of, I suppose not, maybe it's desperation, maybe it's clear-cut clean in a way that it's not otherwise, where you have to rely on yourself and thus have to push yourself or perish. Pressure. Much like a forge.
I certainly thought that going into it, but I abounded multiple worlds when I went on my path. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen, but that's what ended up happening. I met many interesting people. Worlds so different from ours.
None so interesting as me, I hope.
She pats you on the side of the face. No. Certainly none so ruthless in chasing after me.
Well,
But they were of great help, and I'd be lying if I said I would have made it on my own for some of those instances. So that's what tonight's agenda is. She sits forward, grabs a stick, and begins prodding at the fire, the logs, the coals. Is wondering which side of the line, metaphorical line, I'm on. I already know your answer. But if nothing else, this will be one of the last things, perhaps, that I do on my own accords. All by myself.
whatever you do decide, you will have my full support.
She sighs slightly dreamily as you say that. And it warms me hearing you say that every time. And she flicks the stick into the fire to burn and leans back on you.
You know, since we reunited, I have been constantly being reminded of the qualities in you and the characteristics that you embody that I admire.
She smirks. Oh.
Yes.
Would it surprise you to hear that I'm the same?
Well, from my perspective, you've always excelled in areas that I perhaps don't, and if I'm not tooting my horn too much, I would like to imagine the opposite is true as well.
She closes her eyes and nods slowly. I don't know. I don't have a list of everything. But if there's one thing, she sits up a bit and turns and faces you fully. If there's one thing I can certainly say for you, it's your passion. I'm sure a number of people in this company have maybe spoken ill of your quest when you first met them. But another thing alongside that passion, the passion that we both share, albeit maybe towards different things. The thing alongside that passion is, well, not temperance. That would be a bit inverse.
It would.
It's... how to describe it? This social temperance, I suppose the best way of saying it. You've met a couple members of my family now, and
I do.
Owen is certainly a bit of a black sheep in more than one way, but Renee and I are similar to the rest of our family. We're rather... She thinks of a polite way of saying it.
Cunning, ruthless,
Yes. Yes, all those things. Particularly the ruthless part. I try to distance myself from it. Same as Owen. I think Redane dabbled with it. Was on the line. On the fence about it. The concept. Do you think she looks awfully? I hope he's alright. She shakes her head. He's fine. But that is something that my family just never fully got, as a whole at least. Again, exceptions here and there, but they are exceptions. To chase after madmen like us requires a maddening, and she taps into your chest, amount of passion. And most people forego things in wake of that passion.
It's easy to be afraid of change. Some people get stuck in the safety of their discomfort that they're unwilling to take a risk.
Unknown evil versus the unknown one.
Exactly.
Well, I suppose I'm abounding to new territory. Roll me your persuasion, please. Do so at advantage. Let it be known you're not the only ones awake at this point.
So you have guidance, maybe.
Persuasion. I will use my inspiration. I'm not happy with that roll.
What'd you roll? It's 14 to 8. Yeah, it's, was it 60% chance of getting better? Remember, it's our whole reroll with inspiration.
Yes!
Okay.
24. Can I? It's too late. God damn.
We could stack this shit. We could stack it. I was gonna say the reason I said there are other people awake is because Sky's awake, so she was gonna send a reroll. She can still, because you technically took the better one, so you want to send another one. It would just be one though, not a whole advantage.
Yeah, I think you can take a D8 Skaldic from March as he kind of like wherever he's sitting, he just kind of stands up and like tries to discreetly like walk away, give you guys some
If
room.
I could give a bardic, I would, but I'm not. I'm not
you want.
eavesdropping or anything. So, but I will if I can. But I'm not.
You can read
active.
body language.
Mhm.
I mean, if anything else, you could have given it to him as you're walking away, right?
Sure.
I would say, March, as you're doing that, Sloane is like Scooby-Doo leaning from behind your head, like, ooh! That being said, yeah, roll one more time because of Kasai, and then you get, was it 2d8s?
Oh, nice. Let's do that first.
Okay, that brings it
God
to
bless.
24 to 28.
Pretty good.
Do I roll one more time with advantage or
Just-
straight roll?
Just one straight one.
Oh!
28
So
though.
about that 28.
It's the tricks are going the reroll and
No, I've got one use left, and I'm afraid.
understandable. But hey, that
That's like a
28
long
still good though. That is true. Yours about to take a long rest.
Okay, fine.
I don't know why to recharge. No wait, it's his last wish of
Recharge
Is
is a.
It's not his
A
last
charge
wish,
is-
though.
Right. I'm saying, is his last wish the one that resets charges,
Yeah.
or is okay? That's okay. I'm just making sure I have them. It's up to you. It's your call. I won't force it.
Yeah, go ahead. If I get it out one later, I'm gonna cry.
Later.
Wait, Tolis is still awake. Here, take a D6 from Tolis.
Break 30.
We're all like, the whole camp is just looking at them like, dude.
Well, I like to
dude.
imagine, with the exception of maybe of March, because if March wasn't gonna do it, Autonomy was gonna do it. Which she does have a D10, but I like it that comes from March anyways. I think it speaks well to how much he's respected amongst the group. But
Yeah.
yes, last wish or no?
Trickster's coin, yes.
Oh, my, fine.
So
It's okay.
that's reroll persuasion straight roll.
Yeah.
You're rerolling that nat one essentially, which you literally can't get any worse. Okay, you got way better, but not as good as the 24s you got before. Understandable.
Damn.
So what does that crunch out to be? So that's 24 plus 4 is 28. 28 plus 6 is 34. 34. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. What was one? A save, I guess? Can she even make that save? Can't she?
Cutting
number-
words.
Not with cutting words, she can't.
Let me see.
Just Silas out of the fucking shadows. Like,
right.
he's pouring his heart out to you, you bitch.
Literally.
Her core stat is wisdom. Is this a charisma save or a wisdom save? Force of personality versus. It would be a charisma save. No, I don't think there's a way she could succeed it.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Girlfriend sucked.
Maybe before the 6. Maybe. It would have been like you would have had to roll like a god, aka like a nat 20, but she might have. But at a +6 now, there's not even with a nat 20, she can't meet that.
Yes.
Roll anyway.
Sure, I'll just roll a d20.
Rub it in.
Alright, cool.
So you really weren't gonna make it.
And then cutting words and it goes to the negatives.
Actually, she would have had advantage, so. Like, but it's not working. My arrow keys aren't working. Okay, whatever, I'll just have it myself.
Just roll a 1.
Oh, well, it was pretty
Oh.
good. It's pretty good.
That's
But
nice.
not 20. It would have been, yeah.
Not good
Okay.
enough.
Okay. Silence mounts between you and Isadora. Not an awkward silence by any means, a comfortable silence. Yo, you and me for a comfortable silence. Anyways,
Yeah.
but she definitely
Know
is
about it.
ruminating on it. But at these rolls, maybe she'll stick around on a permanent temporary basis.
Yes.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I gotta finish out her sheet. I already sent you the class, and it's fucking Parrymaster, which is great.
Ooh. Exciting.
It's exciting, and you'll be the one running it. So, parry. You still gotta get attacked for it, which is sort of the downside of it. But potato. But yeah. I will say one thing. Alexander.
Mhm.
Would you be hanging out with Kasai for us even, or just sort of like bouncing around doing different things?
Yeah, I think after getting the journal from Marge, he does hang out with her and sort of look over the contents.
Gotcha. If that's the case, then it's you and Kasai. You hear some heavy boots fall as they close in on you, and you look up from the journal and see Zol. Here, let me change this token to real shit Zol. Hey, can I talk to you for a sec? Not like in private, I'm just like,
Oh.
I'm already talking to you. Why the fuck am I asking? Hey, can you teach me how to
Run.
shoot stuff?
Could. Where's this
Ooh.
coming from?
Not gonna.
This, and he pulls out his Aspirant, which is a fucking pistol.
He points it right at my face.
Actually,
Gun
Zol's
safety.
not that dumb.
No.
Contrary to how I play Zol, he technically has like a +1 int, I think. So it's not that dumb.
Smarter than me.
If nothing,
Selectively intelligent.
exactly right. He's like a savant syndrome, aka fancy saying autistic. Anyways, if nothing else, he has a good enough wisdom. He points it out. He pulls it out. This is what I got from Spiral Path. To those of you that don't know already, it is a Browning high power.
Mm-hmm.
A very, very lovely pistol, which I had one in real life. Maybe later. Definitely get into owning guns. That's Browning high power right there.
I think Alessander, he puts he closes the book and he hands it off to Kasai. And he'll just hand it
Yeah,
over.
Kasai's looking at this with like a raised eyebrow, like, where's this coming from? Like, what the fuck?
May I?
Oh yeah, sure. He hands it over. It is a Browning high power with I guess it's like fake ivory because it's not real ivory.
Right.
Like grip with like a golden cross emblazoned upon it. No engraver or anything like that across the gun itself. That's the only decorative part of it.
He looks at it for a few moments, dumbfounded, because where's the cylinder on this thing?
That's a good point. Yeah, you're just like, how does this thing work? I mean, you see the trigger, so
Yeah.
so good start.
So that's a good start. And it's the engraved words on it are uncommon, right? So he can.
There are no
read
engravings on it. There are no engravings on it.
Oh, okay.
Not even model marks or anything like that, because
I see.
Spec Ops weapons would be unmarked.
I see.
Black Ops weapons would be unmarked.
Well, whoever's gun this was, they certainly cared deeply for it. As he kind of looks at the grip.
Yeah, I
Can you
mean,
tell
it's
about
seen
the-
apparently a lifetime of service or something like that, so not too surprising.
Can you tell me about the person who gave this to you?
Yeah, it was. He sits down next to you, opposite of Kasai, so you're not being sandwiched by some of the buffer people in the party. Anyways,
I mean,
yeah, he sits down. Yeah, so the world I went to, there's a fella on the other side. He's a sergeant. Sergeant Curse. Not like that sort of, not like the word curse, like his name just happened to sound like that. You know what I mean? And he, I was talking for a lot of it. They didn't really know what they kept calling me anomaly, which I'm like, okay, fair enough, but
bit rude.
yeah, a little bit, but I don't mind. Anyways,
He's like, do I care?
anyways, yeah, he and I were talking about a lot of stuff. Real man's man, that guy reminds you a little bit. Taps you on the shoulder, jabs you with the shoulder, like reminds you a little bit. But he gave me that as a parting gift. So of course, it's a brownie high power.
A brownie high power.
Love brownie high powers.
Yeah, I must name the guy made it or some such funny name. Brownie. Should have been a cook.
I like the sound of high power. Don't look any stronger than any weapon I'd seen. Well, at least no handgun.
I will say, yeah, this thing, cartridge-wise, compared to some of the revolvers you've seen, definitely pack in less of a punch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bit presumptuous, if I do say so myself. As I'm like looking this thing over, while he's describing Sergeant Curse, am I able to figure out? Hey, wait a minute. With this button, eject mag.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair. You're probably the first thing you would want to do is chamber check it, which I don't think it's hard because there's only like really 2 moving parts on this gun. 3 if we include the hammer independent from the chamber, but
So, wait a minute, this is dangerous. So, he makes sure it is not. At no point as he's looking this thing over does he point the muzzle towards anyone. It is pointing at the ground the entire time.
Right, makes sense. Yeah.
He probably starts before pulling the chamber back. He probably starts with cocking the hammer back, like try to half cock it.
Yeah, I don't think these guns half cock. I think it's just.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
so,
I think they just cock though.
He fully cocks it back. He's like, interesting. And then he sees, oh, wait, this part slides. And he slides it back.
You see a brass fly. Oh, that.
When that happened, like probably like jump scared him, but he's immune to surprise. So he just kind of like looks at it from up free.
Yeah, roll me a death save. It's like super low, but there was a chance that you fell it.
Oh, he's there now. Because I have advantage.
Oh, well then. Yeah, the brass ejects, you're not surprised at, and you actually catch it. They actually, there's a term for that, like an assassin's catch or something like that, where someone cocks it. It's in a lot of movies. It's a lot of. Yeah, I mean, I could probably look it up, just like catch bullet, and there'd probably be like a gif of it. Anyways, keep going.
So I catch it. It's just a whole ass bullet, right?
Yeah, because it wouldn't have been fired. So.
So. I forget what the Browning high power. What cartridge does that use?
I think a 9mm.
9mm.
Yeah, because a 1911 shoots 4.5 ACP, and this is lower caliber, more capacity. So yeah, it would be probably a 9mm.
And there's no 9mm in this universe. So
no one's packing anything that weak in the setting.
Well, it's a bullet, kind of small for something called a high power. A bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, I don't know any of this shit. So your guess is as good as mine.
So he will then put his thumb on the hammer, and like pull a trigger to try and like release it like he would his revolver, which I think still works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't fire anything because there's no bullet chambered.
Yeah, and then eventually he ejects the mag. He looks at it and goes, "What in the goddamn?" He pushes down like on the top bullet and sees that like it's springy.
Oh, is it not supposed to be like that, or?
Well, I mean,
Right, otherworldly gun. You wouldn't know.
it pushes bullets into the gun chamber.
I mean, don't people's guns do that?
I mean,
He says that, he has no clue what he's talking about. He's just saying that.
normally they're just in the cylinder. You fire off one bullet, cylinder moves to the next one.
What about
This-
Nushka's rifle? That don't got no cylinders, right?
What kind of rifle? Like, what would the real world equivalent be for hers?
I don't really talk to her about it, but if I were to put money, probably like a Carnon AK. So there is a spring in that, because it would have to push it up from the clip. But it's
Right,
I don't know if
there's no
Alexander's.
magazine.
Yeah, there's no mag. There's a clip,
He-
not a mag.
Yeah, he's still proficient, so he still has like a knowledge of rifles and that, just not his preferred weapon. So he says it's kind of the same, but this right here, he just kind of gestures to the magazine in his hand. I just don't understand. Do you reload this every time you run out of rounds in the chamber?
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have seen Sergeant Curse reload.
Oh, that's a good point. I'll roll for it. Because would it have happened near him? Yes. Would he have paid attention to it? Beans all probably not, but we'll see. He might still know like the general body animation, so to speak. Delta Corzol. I'm still looking for that bullet catching scene, by the way. I'm committed.
Here. I got something for you then.
18. It's like it's an anime where they eject the bullet and then catch it in between like their fingers and then look at it. I don't know what it was
God.
though.
Oh, I hate that I know exactly what you're talking about, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it shows up in a lot of media. It's
so
like
clean.
it's like the hallmark of like this guy's cool and good with guns.
Fred, you and I are the only ones in the dark here.
I mean,
Looking for
yeah.
it.
I appreciate
know
it. I
the-
just find it really funny.
I know the motion they're talking
There
about.
you go. Spriggan. Yeah. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the reason he does that in the anime is that he always keeps his own lucky bullet. Like he always has one, so it's always the one that he ejects, and if he can catch it, then it's a lucky bullet. But if something causes him to like not be able to catch it, then he's unlucky, and so he'll never shoot it. And it's like an elevated important bullet. Like it's like the golden bullet for the right target, sort of thing.
It's so anime.
It is very, very anime, but the
Just shoot the fucking
animation.
bullet, dude.
No, there is a Bushido gun.
Bushido.
But yeah, so yeah,
I know.
Dol was like, you know, now that you're moving it around, I think he put something. Wait, let me see that real fast.
Hand him the magazine. The gun, whichever he's asking for.
He takes it and then he hits the mag eject and pulls out the mag. Oh, did I break it? Wait, no, wait. This is where the bullets are. Yeah, this is what he did. He did like bang, 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 and then and then this fell to the ground. I'm not gonna drop it because there's only one, and they put another one in, and then he went bang, bang, bang some more. Because I watched this with like intrigue, but also amusement at Zol going bang, 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 like was he's like a 6-year-old kid.
So we had several of these. He points at the magazine.
Yeah.
And what did he do with the ones that were emptied?
I put him back on his vest. I guess I won't have to deal with that, right? I only got the one.
Sounds expensive.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know. Ask Anushka how much bullets are. You wouldn't have to, Mr. Rich Man. Wait, no, it's not. It's about it. It's not a point that you're rich. It's a point that.
we're all rich men now. But
Oh
also, I
yeah,
don't bullets.
yeah.
Regardless, I could teach you how to shoot that, but how many rounds in the?
I believe Browning high powers hold 11, distinct
11?
from like the 8, including one in the chamber for 1911s.
Mhm.
Let me double check though. Browning.
Well, it's a moot point. That said, there's only so many of those bullets.
15.
And I ain't never seen nothing. 15, goddamn.
God
I ain't
damn.
never seen anything like that. Not a lot of practice shots you can take with low munitions.
Well, he did get this from his aspirant empath, no? Do we even know if it takes ammo? A number of our items seem to bypass reality.
Right. A gun that doesn't use ammo.
Ooh, you got me excited.
I'll go ahead and take the fucking brownie high power. Leave the magazine out for now. Go to the edge of camp. Pull back the slide, make sure there's no bullet in the chamber.
You see, like, Vincent's on watch right now. He's like, oh, I can't. What are you doing? Got a gun.
I guess so. One going down chamber, and I'm going to pull up the gun and pull the trigger.
Yeah, you fire it. It fires. It's a gun. It works.
Even though it's empty?
Yep.
Infinite ammo cheat?
It makes you. Yeah. There's nothing chambered. It fires.
Well, I'll be double dog damn.
You feel especially vindicated in not pointing it at anyone, even though you knew there was no bullet in the chamber.
I look at this thing. Am I able to figure out that the little lever on the side is safety?
Yeah. Because it physically keeps the cylinder or the chamber closed. Like it blocks it from like pulling back. So
I flick that. Make sure I'm not pointing at anyone. Pull a trigger. See that's locked.
that was sweet. He's on the mag right now, and it didn't take any of it. What the hell's the point of these then?
I think back in Sergeant Curse's world, that right there is the lifeblood of this gun. But this ain't Sergeant Curse's world, which means it's a lot like Imperador. Don't need bullets. Maybe those still serve a purpose, but
Can I? Please. It's got infinite ammo. Come on. Let me shoot one.
sure, yeah, it's fire off a few shots. I think you had a hope.
Yeah, like you had to teach him how to undo the safety and everything, and then you get him in proper shooting position and stuff like that. It's sort of like if you guys ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Terry Crews' character learning how to use a gun again after being out of commission for a bit. He pulls the trigger and nothing happens.
Is it safety off?
Yeah, it's off. You hear the telltale, as Abel would put it, the worst sound in the world to hear. Click, click.
Do you have to? Here, look out. Finger off the trigger.
Yeah.
And I'll reach over and I go to like pull the hammer back, but then instead I grab the slide.
Yeah.
Because I see that it seems to
Move.
push.
Yeah, it moves it
push the
when you
hammer
pull
back.
it. Yeah.
So I pull that back once and release it, and it snaps back into place, presumably.
I don't know what the mechanism is for the Browning high power. Given that it was made in like the 60s, I think it's still fully reslide.
Oh, okay.
Even if there's nothing in the chamber, I think. Don't quote me on that though.
So
Are we good, or
try now. Take a step back.
you take a step back and he stances up, takes aim and pulls the trigger. Nothing happens.
Huh.
Did we break it?
I don't think so. Look around. Do I see like any shell that had ejected when I fired it?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Can I roll something to see what might have happened?
Does it like thematically need the clip inside of it to make it go boom?
It didn't have the clip when he pulled it last time. Also, it's a mag, not a clip. Roll.
I got with the most basic gun knowledge.
Roll me. God, what would this even be? Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Add your proficiency to it. It's just not technically any specific skill.
Gotcha. So this plus 4.
Okay.
Okay.
So, dear God.
Oh, Lordy Lou! Add a d4 on top of it.
Oh.
Because guidance, because it's still a skill check. Hand out. Oh, God! Oh, I hit the back button on my mouse.
Ooh. Bye-bye.
I mean, I didn't have a sheet open. It's just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm gonna to reload. Reload. Alright, open up list of crits. So, that's 31.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me just, there's the yield list. There it is. Yeah, so out of 31, I could just tell you outright. This is a magic item. Unsurprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
It does not take attunement, funnily enough.
Ooh.
It has 15 bullets it can fire. That magazine will actually regenerate them, quote unquote, every short rest.
Nice.
But here's a kicker.
Okay.
If you unload the mag, there will always be one bullet in there. One last bullet every time.
A lucky bullet.
A lucky bullet.
Oh, nice.
It does more damage than the rest of the bullets. The only catch is you only get to it when you you have to spend a bonus action to. Actually, if you're a gunner, you'd have to spend a bonus action. Actually, no, you can just hit the eject button and it just falls out.
Yeah.
So I guess that's an item interaction. Regardless, if the mag is not there or empty and nothing is chambered, it will always fire that one bullet. But that's the thing. There's only one.
Mm-hmm.
That one bullet is per long rest.
Ah, okay.
But the magazine recharges on a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
And that one bullet hits a lot fucking harder than the others.
Okay. So, I
I'm
think...
still going between two concepts for it. There's some part of me that wants to make it an auto nat 20, but I'm just like, maybe not do that.
yeah.
It is a lucky bullet, though, so maybe.
At least maybe expanded crit range.
Oh, maybe.
Point.
I'll look into it. I suddenly finish out a number of NPCs as items, but as you look at it, that sort of tingle in your mind, similar to when you saw the core mechanics of Delvet's core flows through your mind, and you understand that was its magical limitation, coming from a more artificery sort of approach.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at the mag that Zal has just sort of tucked there, and yeah, you understand that those bullets will come back. The one you just fired, technically also does come back, just a lot longer.
He's nodding slowly as he sort of figures this out in his mind, and he'll explain all this to Zal, kind of phrasing it like, okay, this is a theory I have, but in time it'll prove to be true.
He will shoot a couple, and then he'll see if they come back.
And that
From the
they don't
mag?
immediately, right?
He doesn't do it immediately, no, but... do the bullets come back immediately? No, he has to complete a short rest.
Exactly. So I know. That.
Okay, it needs to come back. It comes back on a short rest, assuming it's loaded into the gun. All right, so if you have the mag outside of it, it won't do anything. It has to be in the gun when you complete a short rest, which is very specific, but hopefully it never comes into play. Hopefully.
So then Alessander will, after he fires off a few shots, I think he'll say, so keep that thing gesturing to the magazine. I don't suppose you know what that's called.
I called it a clip once because that's what Anusha calls her things, and he got real mad at me and said it was a magazine.
A magazine.
Yeah.
Keep that magazine in that there gun, and you make sure you keep the safety on, because that's going to make sure you don't blow your foot off or wound someone.
Yeah.
And
Hey, how come? Did your gun have safety? Is that thing ever safe?
well, yes.
Is it ever safe?
He
It's
lied.
actually kind of a mechanical marvel.
It's the world's insight on you. It's not. He does not get guidance.
12. Alright, roll.
Just persuasion or deception. I don't know.
Easy.
Sorry, you almost.
Well, that was
So
close still.
It's kind of a mechanical marvel that you don't need to cock the hammer back every time you fire that thing. Are there double action revolvers in this setting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
like
for military purposes. It depends on your occupation. There are some which are specifically employed for like paramilitary or policing purposes, and others explicitly not. It depends entirely. Like a horseman probably wants it because they have one hand that's sort of stuck reining the horse, so they want more freedom and maneuverability. But for cops and stuff, like more for like guards, city watch and stuff like that, there's some which are it's mandated you have to actively pull back the hammer so you know when you're going to take a life. It depends on location and occupation.
Yeah, so explain. It's like a double action revolver. You pull the trigger, and that's all you have to do. It does 2 actions for you.
Hold on. Question.
Go on.
What's a double action revolver?
It's like I said, a revolver.
Because I just started.
you pull the trigger, and it does everything for you. You don't need to.
Oh, just like this.
Exactly like that, except you.
I thought maybe they're separate things.
Well,
So this is a double action revolver?
No, because you don't need to pull the hammer back at all in a double action revolver. That right there, you do need to give it that initial cock. Don't laugh.
I wasn't good until you said it.
I
I wasn't good than you said it, and now that's all I'm thinking about. Penis.
God damn it.
Just like roll their eyes like, boys. like just thinking it immediately like, God damn it.
Though, I'll be honest, if I had to take a guess between our world and the one you visited, I would assume that their weaponry is a bit behind ours.
Out of game. Out of game, I'm just like internally like yes and no, but also like lol. I mean, maybe. I mean, they probably spent all their brain power doing other stuff. They had these horseless horses. What? It's hard to explain. It was like a carriage, except it was really small, and it roared, but not like a lion, but like a just sort of like a train.
Sounds annoying.
Why did you call it a horse? There's no horses in it. I mean, you sort of ride it like a horse. I mean, I was a bit of a natural according to Sergeant Curse. Really?
Freddy was talking about motorcycles, and I thought he meant a car for some reason, and I was like, yeah, you ride it just like a horse, where you go inside of it. Sorry, please continue.
Because I just looked at you like, whatever, don't care. Not relevant in this world, don't care.
He gives a shrug like, I prefer horses.
Alright, so I'm gonna take that back, and I'll keep this safety on. Don't point at no one I don't like. Wait, don't point at people I don't like. Don't point at someone I do like.
Or people that you're indifferent to. Don't do that either.
Alright, that's understandable. That's understandable. But hey, thanks for the lesson.
Well, it was a short one. We'll have to get some more practice in. Eventually, when you're comfortable enough, we'll have to get you a holster as well.
Ooh. I'm thinking, whenever we got a quiet moment and everyone's all back around, I'm thinking you and me and Delvin and Keaton Hawk. bit of a shooting day. Oh, Vincent too. Wow, thanks for including me as an afterthought, cunt. you won't shoot that damn crossbow. Fair enough.
Well,
It was on that damn phone.
Only because Death won't get us arrested. But regardless, I would keep that under wraps.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
What? Nothing.
Alright, whatever.
That's why I like it.